Browns QB Shedeur Sanders caught reacting to Dillon Gabriel replacing Flacco. Shedeur Sanders looked crushed as Dillon Gabriel entered the game in relief of Joe Flacco for the Cleveland Browns against the Detroit Lions. With around 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the Browns turned to Gabriel against the Lions with the game out of hand. It's the second time this season Gabriel has seen some time in the waning moments of a blowout. The camera showed Sanders on the sideline as Gabriel entered the game. He was wearing a headset, looking less than enthused about the situation. Part of that might have had to do with the score, with the Browns being blown out 34-10. However, the video inspired hundreds of reactions online from fans, many of whom were eager to see what Sanders can do. "I was born and raised in Cleveland, and the way the Browns are doing Shedeur Sanders is ridiculous. If you're not going to play him, then trade him. Why hold a guy hostage?" one fan said. "When are they going to do what's best for the team and put Sanders in?" another added. Sanders has been serving as the emergency quarterback for the Browns on game days. While he's in uniform, Sanders is officially inactive. He's only able to enter if both Flacco and Gabriel are injured. Browns QB Shedeur Sanders feels ready to start. Sanders made some notable comments this week on his role and what he's seen in terms of quarterback play around the league. "I know if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that," Sanders said. "There's obvious a lot of teams would be playing me, but that's not in God's plan right now. And some things happen for a reason, and I'm a true believer in that. And whatever his plan for me is, I believe in it. So I don't be stressed or feel bad that I'm in the situation I'm in right now. It's just funny to me and I just enjoy it." There is no indication that Sanders' situation with the Browns will change anytime soon. Head coach Kevin Stefanski kept things general when discussing Sanders' recent comments. "He's doing a good job. I hope all of our guys feel like they're ready and they're working very hard at it," Stefanski said. "We do a lot of work with our players, rookies, vets, all our guys, spending every available minute that we have with them, getting them ready physically, mentally, whether it's in the weight room, the meeting room, out on the field. So, all of our guys are working very hard." Browns QB Joe Flacco reacts to calls for job. Flacco's struggles have defined the Browns' 1-3 start. He has completed just 58% of his passes for 815 yards with 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and 2 lost fumbles. His 39.3 passer rating against Detroit ranked among the worst single-game performances of his 18-year career. Flacco hears the conversation about him being replaced as the starter, but is trying not to worry about it. "I know what I signed up for," Flacco said after losing to the Lions. "I signed up for coming in and competing for a job and then leading this team to victories. And you know that everybody's always being evaluated in this league, and that's no different for any position. So it's disappointing to go out there and play the way we did today. Other than that, I'm not really worried about all that stuff." If Flacco gets another chance as the starter, it'll come in London in Week 5 when the Browns head overseas to take on the Minnesota Vikings. The cameras weren't supposed to be on him. The moment wasn't scripted, and it definitely wasn't in the team's media notes. Yet, somehow, the lens found Shedeur Sanders on the sideline, his helmet tilted back, eyes locked on the scoreboard as the announcement blared across the stadium: quarterback Dillon Gabriel will be replacing Joe Flacco. In an instant, Browns fans flooded social media. Clips of Shedeur's reaction, eyebrows raised, a half-smile curling as if caught between disbelief and curiosity, spread like wildfire. Was it amusement? Confidence? Or maybe just the cool, unbothered vibe that has followed him since Colorado? Whatever it was, it became the storyline of the afternoon. The setting, a Browns sideline buzzing with questions. The Browns quarterback room has been one of the NFL's most talked-about storylines this season. With Deshaun Watson battling inconsistency, veteran Joe Flacco offering experience but not fireworks, and Shedeur Sanders drafted as the high-ceiling future, every week feels like a new chapter in Cleveland's ongoing QB saga. Then came the wild card, Dillon Gabriel, the rookie out of Oklahoma, whose quick release and fearless attitude had caught coaches' attention in practice. Fans weren't expecting to see him this early, but when Flacco struggled in the first half, the coaching staff rolled the dice. The announcement echoed, and all eyes darted, not just to Gabriel jogging onto the field, but to Shedeur, the heir apparent. Shedeur's expression, more than meets the eye. On the surface, Shedeur's reaction looked simple. A tilt of the head, a smirk, a subtle nod. But in the NFL, Body language is worth 1,000 words, and fans dissected every frame like it was the Zapruder film. Some said he was amused, as if thinking, "Really? Gabriel before me?" Others believed it was confidence, the look of a player who knows his time is coming, no matter what detours happen along the way. A third camp saw calm curiosity, the measured patience of a quarterback bred by Deion Sanders himself, someone who understands the media game just as well as the football one. The truth. It was probably a cocktail of all three. The media frenzy. By the time the fourth quarter rolled around, ESPN, NFL Network, and every Cleveland talk show had grabbed the clip. "What was Shedeur thinking?" became the headline, with analysts debating whether this meant frustration, motivation, or just youthful swagger. Skip Bayless fired off a tweet calling it classic primetime DNA, swagger runs in the family. Colin Cowherd argued that Shedeur's expression revealed he's already the alpha in Cleveland, even without a single NFL start. Even his father, Deion Sanders, weighed in during an interview at Colorado's facility. "Prime, never one to mince words," laughed. "That's just Shedeur being Shedeur. Y'all making too much out of a look. Trust me, he's ready whenever his number's called." Inside the locker room, teammates were asked about it post-game, and most brushed it off. Offensive lineman Joel Bitonio smiled, saying, "Man, Shedeur reacts like that to everything, whether it's a touchdown or a dropped pass in practice. He's just got that cool demeanor." But one anonymous player admitted to reporters that the moment didn't go unnoticed. "You could tell he wanted in. He's itching for it. And honestly, we wouldn't mind seeing what he can do." The underlying tension. For all the laughs and memes online, the moment underscored something real. Cleveland's quarterback decision is reaching a breaking point. Flacco, though respected, has shown signs of age. Gabriel is raw and needs development. And Shedeur? He's the franchise's lottery ticket, the player they drafted not to sit forever but to eventually take the reins. When Gabriel trotted onto the field, Shedeur wasn't just watching a teammate. He was watching a rival. Friendly competition or not, every rep another young QB gets is one less opportunity for him. Shedeur's perspective. If you asked him directly, he'd downplay it. That's his style. "I was just watching the game, locked in, that's all," he told reporters afterward. "Dillon went in, I was supporting him. We're all here to win."